Welcome back. A new film explores how the 80s war on drugs leads to a young man's battle within himself as he tries to make it on the rough streets of Miami. Matt Perrone takes a closer look at a new film in theaters now.
Welcome to another Monday. Well, the box office leaders were a bunch of repeats this weekend, but I guess that's to be expected when the only new release is a not heavily promoted PG-13 horror film. I decided to take advantage of the lack of new releases and see a film that's been getting a good bit of Oscar buzz, so I may be ahead of the game come awards season. Luckily, I was able to find a theater that was showing it, so here's my take on the coming-of-age drama, Moonlight. Moonlight is a film told in 3 chapters. We see the life of Chiron as he grows up in a trouble-riddled area of Miami. We start when he is 9 years old. He is withdrawn and bullied for it, along with his size. In fact, he goes by the moniker Little. Hiding out from some boys who were chasing him, Chiron meets Juan, a local drug dealer that recognizes his loneliness and neglect, and begins trying to befriend him along with his girlfriend Teresa. They quickly become mentors in a place of sanctuary where he can escape from everything, including his crack-addicted mom, who is more concerned with her habits and needs than with his well-being. We see him taking care of himself with only a friend Kevin occasionally standing by him. Out of nowhere, we reach the middle teenage years. Chiron is in high school now and doesn't know exactly where he fits in. He's still extremely withdrawn, and even though Juan is no longer around, he can still find sanctuary with Teresa. We can see him trying to figure himself out, but still plagued by his drug-riddled mother, who has become a master manipulator. He is still threatened and bullied to an even greater extent now that the beatings have progressed with age. We see Chiron and Kevin are still close and getting closer, but high school being high school, there are always wedges being created. We see Chiron snap after a savage beating when he retaliates, finally settling into his new persona of Black and being carted off to juvie. Now we reach adulthood. Chiron is now going by the name Black, and having gone full circle, he is now emulating his mentors selling drugs on the streets of Atlanta. You can see that there is no chance of him allowing himself to be bullied anymore since he keeps himself in peak physical shape. Suddenly, one night he receives a call from Kevin, who he hasn't seen in 10 years, which stirs up emotions he had long since suppressed. Already in a struggle to hash things out with a sober and guilt-ridden mother, Chiron heads down to Miami to see Kevin and find some closure with that situation as well. So, what to say about this one? I was definitely interested in seeing it because of the Oscar buzz. I just hadn't seen any trailers for it and knew nothing about the actual storyline. Right from the get-go, your gut just immediately tells you that nothing good could possibly come from this. In fact, you're almost sitting there in a panic, wondering how bad it's going to get. Then you watch a little longer, and it actually starts to drag out. The exposition is so much so that it just kind of lulls you away from the movie. But you keep watching, trying to predict what the bad thing is going to be. My only fault with this movie is that the expected climax never actually seems to come. I was sitting there thinking I'm going to learn some hard facts or hard truths about life, but the lesson was never actually delivered. That being said, the acting is insane. The entire cast is fantastic, but I don't know where they found Alex Hibbert, who plays Little, but his ability to not look at anything is so good that even sitting in the audience, I felt like he was looking right through me. The lighting is fantastic and really conveys the mood along with the title of the movie. I'll tell you what, there are definitely some lessons to learn from this film, mainly surrounding love and forgiveness. I am very glad that I saw it, although it's one of those that I don't know if I would watch it a second time. As far as the Oscar buzz goes, I guess we'll have to wait till nominations. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, inside the movies may just be the perfect place to spend the afternoon. We have one last look at that chilly 7-day forecast. Stay here.